All right, let's dive into one of the most unbelievable escape stories in American history. This isn't just about a man running for his freedom. No, this is the story of an enslaved man who played the part of a fool for 15 years just to set up a plan so perfect it would leave his captors completely humiliated and turn him into a legend.
So let's start with a number, 40. In April of 1864, this wasn't just any number. This represented the absolute peak of the Confederacy's tracking power. 40 of the most feared, most experienced manhunters in Virginia all gathered together at Blackwood Plantation. And their mission? Well, it should have been a walk in the park.
You see, their target was a single fugitive, a man known to everyone as Simple Solomon, and I mean everyone thought of him this way, from the plantation owner down to the other enslaved people. He was seen as slow, clumsy, just hopelessly confused. In fact, the trackers were so confident they were literally placing bets on how many hours it would take to drag him back.
Yeah, well, he wasn't caught in hours. Or days. This one man didn't just get away. He systematically dismantled this elite tracking force. He led them on a wild goose chase that would absolutely shatter their reputations forever. So, the big question is, how on earth did a simple man do it?
Okay, so you have to picture the start of this manhunt. These trackers, they head out with total confidence, bloodhounds straining at their leashes. They were convinced they were hunting a man who had the mental capacity of a small child. They couldn't possibly have been more wrong. What happened next was just pure, unadulterated chaos. And the most brilliant part? It was all being orchestrated by Solomon, who was already miles away. The trackers found trails that would split, and then split again, sending teams off in totally opposite directions, until they were literally chasing each other in circles. They'd find carefully planted false evidence, like an abandoned campsite, that would lead them on a wild goose chase for days at a time. And then, a rumor started to spread. A rumor Solomon himself had planted, that he wasn't alone, that he was part of a huge 20-man revolt. This just sowed absolute panic. The result? Within 2 weeks, the entire operation had collapsed in total humiliation.
So, to understand how this was even possible, we have to rewind. And I mean way back. Because this escape wasn't some desperate, spur-of-the-moment decision. Oh no. This was the grand finale of a performance that Solomon Reed had been putting on for 15 long years, ever since he first set foot on Blackwood Plantation back in 1849.
You see, there were really two Solomon Reeds. There was the mask everyone saw, the slow, clumsy guy who was basically more of a liability than anything else. But underneath that mask, a completely different person was at work. Patient, methodical, a razor-sharp observer, a man who possessed a photographic memory. He was a tactical genius hiding in plain sight.
And here's the really crucial part. This mask was his armor. The overseers rarely bothered